What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Dr. Splash, and today we have a debunk. We knew one was coming, and the funny thing is, I've been getting a slew of comments saying Miles got fraud checked, my favorite character got fraud checked. Unfortunately for the idiots, they haven't seen my channel. They don't know I was the first Spider-Man hater. I was the one driving that ship for years before you people knew I existed. You're dumb. On top of this, I also get paid more. My video does better if there's more to debunk, and they gave me plenty to do. So let's run it up and let's work. Also, on a happy note, it's a week away from my birthday. If you want any scan service, if you want any content, anything like that, including the Miles Morales full scan server with literally every appearance scan, all that, hit me up. Heavy discounts on all of them throughout the week. And hit me up if you just want to support the channel anyway. And check out my public Discord as well. Now, getting back on topic. They said Deku wins, right? I want to emphasize this, as I always emphasize when I begin these debunks. Go show them subscribes, all that. Go show them love, okay? They're pioneers. I never want to spread hate. Definitely not trying to do that Screw Attack or Death Battle. I more so care about the research and the reasoning behind what they say, more so than I do the verdict. Even if I wholeheartly lean one side of the verdict. Now, this was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In terms of I have someone on my server who's actually really big on Death Battle, runs like one of the fan casts too, and he was like, to be honest, they didn't really scale Miles. There wasn't much scaling done for Miles. It was really weird. Now, they didn't give him any strength scaling. They didn't really debunk anything. None of the arguments I've made in my videos. I have over 19 minutes of evidence for Miles Morales and his scaling. If you guys want to go check that video out and you're not familiar with it. They said his best feat he's ever had was from the Miles Morales video game where he used his electricity to overpower a 15 megaton bomb. Now, if you go watch my other video, there's at least, I'm going to say off the top of my head, 30 plus feats superior to that easily. That's probably 50. Honestly, probably 50. Like, that's just nowhere near close. I'll say this. And this isn't me calling Miles universal, but Miles has more universal level feats than Deku has multi-continental feats. That hurts a lot of feelings. That's too bad, because both also have a similar amount of appearances. So you can't really argue, oh, Miles has 3,000 appearances. No, he's actually right around close to the likes of how many appearances Deku has. So that's too bad for Deku fans. Now, speed-wise, they said he scales to Peter, who moves as fast as lasers, making him baseline light speed. To be honest, both sides were lowballed in this death battle. I don't think both are like baseline light speed. That's kind of retarded. Both have way better scaling than that. Peter scaling is funny because even young Miles, like insignificant in power and development for what he later becomes, was fast as Peter. He even blitz him, he even bag him. Like, what are we talking about? There's literal proof and evidence that his power has increased. On top of that, he got a vibranium suit with mysticism in mind to help him tailor his power and control it. On top of this as well, the speed, like being able to react to the god tiers in Marvel. I mean, if we're talking about Peter and scaling to Peter and speed, Peter reacted to the fucking X-Men. What are we talking about? Superior Spider-Man was reacting to the Avengers, can react to Hulk, can react to Thor. All these things. Miles has reacted to Storm, and this is current Storm, the champion of eternity, who took out Dr. Doom, Sorcerer Supreme. Like, was stronger than the demon that was taking Doom down. Like, what? Like, come on now. It's ridiculous. Both sides were lowballed, but oh my god, the speed scaling for Miles just being below Peter when it's blatantly stated his earlier versions that scaled to and above Peter are insignificant to current. Ridiculous. Durability wise, they said his vibranium suit should scale to Falcon's vibranium wings, which were barely able to tank a 500 megaton bomb. So that would be the limits of Miles' suit's durability. This is a big moment, right? This means Ares' Eldritch magic, which is extra dimensional in nature. In fact, we saw it drop Olympus itself recently, which is beyond time, space, and dimensions. This same fucking magic scales below 500 megaton bombs. The same magic, the same power hit Miles and he was fine and actually dished it back. Took on god killing birds that literally kill gods. Like, but 500 megaton is where we draw the line. Why is his suit stated to be the same thing as Falcon's wings? His suit was made directly with his power in mind by T'Challa and his top scientists. What the fuck are we talking about? It's not just made for durability, it's also made to help his powers. It's not the same thing as the wings from Falcon. This is crazy. Crazy. Like, people, it's actually, I gotta bring this up. My Hero fans like to bring up chain scaling, or anime fans in general too. I'm not just gonna pick on them. Be like, oh, you're using chain scaling. The chain scaling used by Death Battle is hilarious. Like, if you would have told me, I swear to God, if you would have told me before the Death Battle, gun to my fucking head, you said name who they're gonna scale the durability off of for Miles, I would never have said Falcon. Never would have said Falcon, dude. Never would have came to mind. The fact they also acknowledge his recent vibranium suit, but they don't acknowledge his power, they don't acknowledge Anansi, they don't acknowledge any of his recent feats, they don't acknowledge the fact that fucking demigods have admitted Miles, with his power, literally has the AP to make the gods bleed. They won't admit that. They won't show that. I'm supposed to be the asshole because they won't show that? Insane. Their conclusion was Deku basically one-shots. They have similar speed, and Deku can potentially use Gear Shift to freeze Miles in place, while Miles' Venom Shock wouldn't work because Deku survived lightning from Shigaraki and Nine. I guess Shigaraki and Nine can hurt Grendel. Grendel, who, by the way, killed gods, literal gods, cross civilizations, destroying planets, the cosmos, across the galaxy, is responsible for a lot of mythology in Marvel. Only lost to Thor and his divine light. Thor's the fucking goat. What do you think Deku and Shigaraki are doing against Thor? Asking the streets. I'm asking the streets. What are they doing against gods in Marvel? What are they doing against Grendel? What are they doing against Null's Avatar? What are they doing against Blackheart? What are they doing against the demigods? What are they doing against the Herald of Ares? There are so many. You notice I didn't name one or two? Plenty of. What are they doing against the god-slaying birds? What are they doing against Rhino? Like, there's so much shit I can name, and it's off the top, and we got to argue these things haven't occurred. We have to just pretend they never happened. I don't understand why we don't hold Death Battle to a certain tier when it comes to research. Their research should be better than mine for both sides. I feel like they lowballed both sides. I feel like they lowballed Deku. I definitely feel like they lowballed Miles. He's not light speed. Deku's not light speed either, or just relative. There, in my opinion, My Hero was way faster than light speed pretty early on. So to just lowball it to light speed's pretty nasty. To do the same for Miles is obviously fucking stupid. Like, there's Spider-Man alone has like 300 plus MFTL feats. Like, what are we doing? And if anyone doubts that, pull up to debate. Like, we could definitely debate. And I would also like to say this too, because I don't care about Miles, right? But this is such an easy topic that I need to be on the record saying this. I will debate anyone on Miles Morales versus Deku, whether it's a YouTuber or a regular person. It does not matter. If you genuinely think Deku wins, pull up. I'll give you $100 if you win. Dead ass. Whether a YouTuber or a regular person, I don't care if you have clout. None of that. Just come be brave, please, because I don't think anyone in the world's beating me on this topic. That's how one-sided to me it is once you look at both sides and research both sides. It's not even close. Like, Miles will beat the shit out of them. This is one of the worst researched death battles in a while, but I must say I want to end on a positive note. They always have dope presentation. They always have dope setups. They have amazing editing. The fight was sick in terms of animation and all that. Love the music. You can't complain about any of that stuff. It's just a 10 out of 10 pretty much every time, guaranteed. That's why they are as successful as they are. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you thought it was disgusting how they, like, the scaling was all over the place, and a lot of times they didn't even really scale. They weren't really addressing comics. It was weird. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you want to see Deku get fully scaled because they lowballed him as well, you can let me know. If you want to see me do 9 versus Storm 616 because apparently Shigaraki and 9 scale above Storm. Let me know. But yeah, anyways, it's been your host, Dr. Splash. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.